What if the only thing holding you back from wealth is how you see wealth itself? Think about it. From a young age, most of us are taught certain things about money. We hear things like, money is hard to come by, or only a few people get to be rich. Over time, these ideas get so fixed in our minds that they start to feel like facts. We build our entire financial view around them, believing that there's only so much money we can make, or that being rich is just out of reach for us. But these beliefs are really just habits of thought passed down through generations. They aren't necessarily true. In fact, Neville Goddard's teachings show us something completely different. He explains that wealth isn't about working harder, getting lucky, or finding the right opportunity. It's about shaping your inner view of wealth, believing deeply that it's already part of who you are, even before you see it in your bank account. When you practice this law of assumption, you start to see a change. Your thoughts, your decisions, and even the way you carry yourself begin to match this new, wealth-centered mindset. And this is where things get interesting. As you shift your inner view, the outside world begins to follow. Doors open, opportunities appear, and you start to attract money in ways you may have never thought possible. So, what if becoming rich wasn't about how much you work or how much you know, but about what you believe? When you let go of the old beliefs about money, you're setting yourself up to receive it in a whole new way. The only question is, are you ready to see yourself as wealthy, right now, even before the money arrives? Our minds have a unique power, the ability to shape what we experience based on what we assume to be true. Neville Goddard called this the law of assumption, and it's based on one simple yet life-changing idea: whatever you assume to be true will eventually show up in your life. It sounds almost too simple, right? But Goddard taught that by holding on to the assumption of wealth, no matter what's currently happening around you, you actually start to shift your reality from within. Here's where it goes beyond what we might think of as logical. Let's say your bank account shows a number you're not happy with, and you're stuck in a job that barely pays enough to cover the bills. According to this law, if you assume that your financial reality is already one of wealth and ease, your mind begins working to make that true. Why? Because your brain can't tell the difference between what's real and what you deeply believe. It just reacts to the belief as if it's already happening. And science backs this up. Studies on neuroplasticity show that when we hold on to an assumption long enough, the brain actually rewires itself to match that belief. So when you keep telling yourself that wealth flows easily to you, the brain creates new pathways that support this belief, making you notice opportunities, think differently about money, and act in ways that lead to financial growth. In a way, you start training your brain to see abundance everywhere and attract it into your life. So, while it may seem that things like money and success are out of your control, the truth is your assumptions can change everything. By shifting your beliefs and assuming that wealth is already part of your life, you're setting the stage for a future that matches this inner reality. It's not about forcing change, it's about choosing a new mindset, one where financial limitations start to fall away simply because you no longer believe in them. Most people have no idea that their financial reality is being held back by invisible walls they didn't even build themselves. These walls are made up of beliefs that have been passed down by society, family, and culture. Ideas like money is hard to earn, rich people are greedy, or only a select few will ever be wealthy. Without realizing it, people take on these ideas as if they're absolute truths, and over time, they become so normal that they're never questioned. But here's the catch. These beliefs are the very reason why so many people find themselves financially stuck. Consider the status quo trap. This is the pattern where someone's financial situation stays largely the same year after year, despite all their efforts to change it. They might get a slight raise at work or save up a bit, but somehow they always end up with the same amount of money, facing the same struggles. This trap is more than just a lack of opportunity. It's an inner system set to keep things exactly as they are. The brain is wired to stick to what it knows. So if someone has always struggled financially, their mind treats that as their normal. It's as if there's a thermostat inside that always brings them back to the same financial level, no matter what they do. The truth is, these self-imposed limitations aren't really theirs at all. They're a mix of beliefs picked up from parents, friends, society, and even media. When someone believes money is hard to come by, they make choices that reinforce that belief. avoiding risks, turning down opportunities, and sticking to safe but limiting jobs. This mindset also makes it hard to recognize opportunities for growth or wealth, because the brain is trained to focus on what confirms the existing belief. Breaking out of this trap starts with seeing these limitations for what they are, borrowed beliefs that can be let go. When someone starts questioning their own assumptions about money and choosing new beliefs that support abundance and growth, they begin to open up to possibilities they once overlooked. The path to financial freedom isn't necessarily about working harder or finding that one big break. Sometimes the biggest change is within, starting with a shift in what they believe is possible for them. By recognizing that their financial normal is just a habit, they can begin to create a new one where wealth flows naturally and easily. When your current financial reality feels limited, it's easy to get stuck in frustration or doubt. But there's a way to move past what you see and feel right now, to a mindset where wealth already feels real. This isn't about ignoring your current situation, it's about training your mind to expect something better, setting yourself up to notice and attract more opportunities for abundance. Here are a few powerful techniques to help you start living in the state of wealth, even if your finances haven't caught up yet. First, try sensory-rich visualization. The idea here is to go beyond just imagining yourself with more money. Instead, immerse yourself in every detail. Picture yourself waking up in your dream home. What do the surroundings look like? Imagine yourself glancing at a healthy bank balance on your phone, feeling the peace and freedom it brings. Try to involve all your senses. Feel the warmth of the sunlight in your new home. Hear the sounds around you, smell the fresh air. The more real and detailed this image is in your mind, the more your brain accepts it as a real experience, helping it feel natural and familiar. You're training your mind to see wealth as something you already have, which rewires it to expect more of the same. Then there's wealth identity projection. Think of this as stepping into the mindset and lifestyle of someone who already has financial freedom. This technique involves embodying the traits and actions of a wealthy person. Ask yourself, how would I think, feel, and act if I had the financial freedom I want? Would you carry yourself differently, make different choices? Take a moment each day to mentally shift into this persona. It's like adjusting an inner thermostat. When you feel wealthy inside, your outer world begins to align with that mindset. This isn't pretending, it's about reprogramming your beliefs to expect wealth as a natural part of your life. A unique technique that adds a powerful layer to this process is future anchoring. This involves imagining your future self, already wealthy, secure, and free, looking back on your current struggles as a distant memory. Picture that successful version of you remembering this time with gratitude for how far you've come, but also with detachment from the hardships. This technique allows you to emotionally distance yourself from any current frustration, reinforcing that it's temporary and that you're on the way to something greater. It shifts your focus from where you are to where you're going, helping you stay in a wealth-focused mindset regardless of what's happening around you. By practicing these techniques, you're teaching your mind to feel comfortable with abundance, so much so that wealth starts feeling inevitable. This mental shift is key because once wealth feels normal, your actions, opportunities, and even the way you respond to life begin to reflect that internal state. The beliefs we hold, whether about money, success, or ourselves, shape our lives more than we realize. When a belief is repeated enough times, it becomes fixed in the subconscious, and over time, it begins to show up in our external reality. This is how assumptions harden into facts. If you keep telling yourself that wealth is your natural state, that belief will eventually mold your actions, decisions, and even your opportunities, aligning your outer world with your inner assumptions. To start shifting your subconscious towards a wealth mindset, try using the nightly repetition technique. Before going to sleep, repeat simple affirmations that reflect the financial reality you want, like "I am wealthy" or "money flows to me easily." The subconscious is especially open just before sleep, making it a powerful time to implant these positive beliefs. Over time, as you keep repeating them, your mind begins to accept them as truths, even if they don't reflect your current reality yet. Another powerful tool is the "I remember when" exercise. This technique lets you view your current struggles as if they're already in the past. For instance, if you're worried about bills, say, "I remember when I used to stress about money, now I live in financial freedom." By mentally framing your challenges as memories, you reinforce the belief that you're already on the other side, living a life of abundance. This perspective shift helps your subconscious start aligning with that future state, moving you away from feelings of scarcity. For gradual belief shifts, try the assumption ladder. This approach lets you climb from your current belief to a more abundant one, step by step, rather than leaping to an assumption that feels too distant to accept. Start with something like, "I am able to earn more each month," then progress to, "I am financially free," and eventually to, "I am capable of earning millions." Each rung on the ladder should feel believable, allowing your mind to gradually accept these ideas as facts. Through these practices, you're reshaping the subconscious, aligning it with a reality of abundance. It may take time, but the more consistently you assume wealth, the more naturally it will start to show up in your life. Many people don't realize that the biggest obstacles to wealth are often the beliefs they carry around money. These beliefs operate in the background, subtly shaping our actions and decisions in ways that keep wealth at a distance. Some common blocks sound like, "Money is hard to get," "Only certain people become rich," or "I don't deserve to be wealthy." While these ideas might feel true because we've heard them so often, they're actually beliefs we've absorbed over time, beliefs that we can change. To start shifting these blocks, try the belief excavation technique. Begin by looking at a specific area where you feel stuck financially and asking, "What belief must I hold for this to be true?" For example, if you struggle to save money, you might uncover a belief like, "I can never get ahead." Once you identify this thought, dig deeper to find its origin. Maybe it came from something a family member used to say, or from past experiences that made you doubt your financial potential. Understanding where these beliefs come from helps weaken their hold on you, opening up the chance to replace them with thoughts that support your goals. Now add a layer with money myth busting. This exercise invites you to list every negative belief you hold about money. Write down statements like, "Money causes stress," or "Wealthy people are greedy." Once you've listed these myths, challenge each one. Ask yourself, is this really true? For instance, you might realize that not all wealthy people are greedy. Many use their resources to make a positive impact. Rewrite each belief in a wealth-positive way, such as turning "money causes stress" into "money allows me to create security and freedom." The goal isn't to ignore your current reality, but to build new beliefs that open the door to abundance. By clearing out old limiting ideas and replacing them with empowering ones, you create a mental foundation that allows wealth to flow more freely. Over time, these new beliefs become second nature, shifting your financial reality from the inside out. The power of wealth isn't just in what you think, it's in what you feel. Emotions have a way of signaling to the mind and body that something is real, even if it hasn't shown up yet in the physical world. When it comes to creating wealth, feeling abundant can be far more effective than just thinking about it. By shifting your emotions to align with wealth, you create an emotional frequency that attracts opportunities, connections, and resources. One way to start is with the future memory exercise. Imagine specific, vivid moments of financial success as if they've already happened. Picture yourself walking into your dream home, feeling the keys in your hand, the joy of finally owning that space. Maybe you're sitting down to make a generous donation, feeling the satisfaction of being able to support a cause you care about. Take a moment to fully immerse yourself in these scenes. Feel the sense of ease, freedom, and joy that comes with these experiences. When you engage with these feelings regularly, you're teaching your mind and body that abundance is real, creating a powerful shift in how you perceive your financial world. Another powerful technique is practicing the abundance ripple effect. This idea encourages you to start spreading wealth even in small ways, to feel the energy of abundance. You don't need a large sum of money to do this. Small acts can have a big impact. Pay for a friend's coffee, give a little extra tip, or donate a few dollars to a charity. When you give, no matter the amount, you start to experience what it feels like to be financially comfortable enough to share. This simple act can trigger a feeling of abundance, signaling to your mind that you already have more than enough. These practices not only help you feel wealthy, they also help create a state of openness, attracting more wealth into your life. By building the emotional habit of wealth, you align yourself with the energy of abundance, allowing it to flow into your life in ways you may have never imagined. The more you feel wealthy, the more natural it becomes, making wealth a part of your everyday experience. One of the hardest things to do on the journey to wealth is to let go of control. It's natural to want to manage every detail, to feel that if we don't keep a tight grip, things might not turn out as we hope. But here's the secret. Wealth flows best when we let go and trust that it's on its way. Constantly stressing over how and when money will show up only creates resistance. It's like trying to grow a plant by pulling at the roots. When we micromanage the process, we actually slow it down. Instead, wealth comes easier when we partner with the universe, trusting its timing. This doesn't mean doing nothing, it means taking action when we feel inspired rather than pushing ourselves in ways that feel forced. These little nudges, those quiet gut feelings or sparks of inspiration, are like signals from the universe. They point us toward choices, connections, or opportunities that bring us closer to our financial goals without stress or strain. Following these inspired actions lets us move toward wealth with ease rather than frustration. A great way to build this trust is through a practice called the abundance compass. Each morning, take a moment to set a clear intention about what you want and then consciously let go of how it will happen. Tell yourself, I trust that the universe will reveal the next steps. This simple affirmation helps you stay open to guidance throughout the day, keeping you grounded in trust rather than worry. The abundance compass is like setting your inner GPS. You know the destination, financial freedom, but you're leaving the exact route open. By trusting the universe's guidance and following inspired nudges, you're letting it lead you down paths that you might not have noticed otherwise. This daily practice not only strengthens your trust, but keeps you aligned with wealth. When you stop trying to control every detail, you make room for unexpected opportunities to flow in. Embracing this partnership means that wealth becomes less about pushing and more about receiving. Letting go of control can feel strange at first, but as you see results, you'll realize that surrender is what truly accelerates the journey to abundance. Once you start aligning yourself with wealth, the universe has a way of guiding you toward opportunities through subtle signs and connections. These bridge of incidents moments may seem like random occurrences, but they're often meaningful steps nudging you closer to your goals. The key is to stay open and aware, noticing the small ways wealth-related opportunities cross your path, even in the most unexpected places. To help with this, try using the abundance antenna technique. This technique is like setting a radar for wealth signals. Throughout your day, keep your abundance antenna up. Whether it's listening closely to a casual conversation, paying attention to a book title that catches your eye, or following a sudden idea that pops into your mind. It could be a recommendation, a passing comment about a business idea, or even an ad you normally wouldn't notice. These are often signals trying to guide you toward opportunities, and with practice, you'll get better at picking them up. To build consistency with this practice, consider starting a daily wealth journal. At the end of each day, write down any moments or coincidences that felt like wealth-related signs, no matter how small they seemed at the time. Did someone mention an investment tip in passing? Did you get an unexpected email about a job opening or a networking event? By recording these incidents, you start training your mind to recognize and value the abundance around you. This journal does more than just track moments. It builds a habit of seeing wealth everywhere, helping you stay tuned into the flow of opportunities. Over time, you'll notice patterns, and you'll become more confident in acting on these subtle prompts. These aren't just lucky coincidences. They're like stepping stones bridging the gap between where you are and where you want to be financially. By staying alert to these signs, you allow yourself to be guided toward wealth with greater ease and certainty. Our brains are constantly filtering information, allowing in only what seems important. This filtering is done by a part of the brain called the reticular activating system, or RAS. The RAS is like a personal assistant for your mind, deciding what information gets through based on what you're focused on. If you've ever decided on a new car model and suddenly started seeing it everywhere, that's your RAS at work. The good news? You can train it to notice wealth opportunities in the same way. Start by consciously setting an intention to focus on financial abundance. Each morning, remind yourself, I'm open to seeing wealth-related opportunities today. This simple intention signals to your RAS that wealth is something worth noticing. Over time, this practice helps to filter in opportunities that align with abundance, making you more aware of resources, ideas, and even people who can help you grow financially. To kickstart this awareness, try the 24-hour Abundance Challenge. For one entire day, go through each moment with the mindset that everything around you could be a potential source of wealth. Notice anything that could lead to savings, earnings, or valuable connections. Maybe there's a free resource, a discount you hadn't considered, or a conversation that sparks a new idea. This day of focused attention trains your brain to see wealth possibilities, creating new neural pathways that keep you tuned into abundance long after the day is over. For an extra boost, try adding a wealth scavenger hunt. Challenge yourself to identify at least 5 unexpected opportunities for wealth or savings during the day. These could be anything: finding a useful article that inspires a business idea, a sale that saves you money, or a casual tip from a friend that opens new doors. Write down each instance to reinforce the habit. The more you train your RAS to focus on wealth, the easier it becomes to spot opportunities that you may have otherwise missed. Over time, this practice builds a mindset that naturally gravitates toward abundance, allowing you to see wealth all around you and helping you move closer to your financial goals. Imagine transforming your mindset around wealth in just 30 days. This is what the Millionaire's manifestation method is all about: committing to daily practices that immerse you in the emotions, thoughts, and behaviors of someone who already lives in abundance. For 30 days, make a promise to yourself to live as if wealth is a natural part of your life, not something distant or difficult to reach. Each day, you'll be training your mind to see, feel, and attract wealth in new ways. To get started, set aside a few minutes each morning and night to go through the techniques you've learned: sensory-rich visualization, wealth identity projection, and even the nightly repetition of affirmations. Each day, tap into the feeling of being financially secure, free, and in control. This isn't about waiting for wealth to come to you, it's about stepping into it now, so your mind and energy can align with that reality. As you go through the 30 days, keep a wealth log. Write down any shifts in your thinking or emotions that you notice. Are you feeling more confident about money? Are you starting to see opportunities pop up that weren't there before? Track these changes to build momentum. Every time you notice even a small shift, it reinforces your new mindset, making it stronger and more natural. This log will also show you how far you've come, motivating you to keep going. Finally, make a tangible commitment to this journey. Write down your intention to manifest wealth and read it each day. Remind yourself why this mindset matters and visualize the financial freedom you're creating. This commitment is about more than just affirmations. It's about dedicating yourself to a new way of thinking and feeling about money. By aligning your energy with abundance every day, you're not just hoping for wealth, you're claiming it as part of your life. This 30-day journey is a powerful step toward lasting financial transformation. At the end of the month, look back at your log, reflect on the shifts, and keep going. Wealth starts in the mind, and by making abundance your focus for 30 days, you're creating the foundation for a lifetime of financial freedom.